look a little blurry. Do I look blurry? I think I look a little blurry. I'm watching on my TV though. Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Hope it's a fun day and everyone's doing well. I was bored, so I said I wanted to come on here and talk. Now I know everybody is into this Carlee Russell thing and the kidnapping or the whatever, the baby on the side of the road. To be honest with you, last night, I stayed up late to prep some stuff, some videos. I went over to IGs. Thank you, baby. I went over to the IG to get some information off there, some news clips. It's not even worth it now because everyone has seen this Carlee Russell story. I don't know what to make of it, but if you see my thumbnail, I had put in the middle, something just ain't right. I just didn't get a good feeling about it. Then when I watched some of the video footage, I was like, how would she spot a baby that far back? But again, some of that was chopped and edited as well. And then you had people saying, oh, they see people on the side of the road. They see it get out the car. That's a statue of a man and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I just don't see all that. But something's not right. Something is not right about her seeing a baby on the side of a busy highway. A highway 459, I-459 is a very busy road. They say that's heavily traveled by police in Alabama. And we know Alabama still have the sundown law. Get out of town by sundown. Yep, Alabama still has that law in effect. So perhaps she got out the car and someone snatched her up. I don't know if you all was aware that alongside that highway in that area that they said she had stopped, immediately behind it, or not immediately, right behind those bushes are houses. So I said, well, damn, somebody could have snatched her and took her into one of those houses and it was a setup. So now, hey, Queen Diva. So now I'm hearing all type of narratives being spun. So what really happened to this girl? Now, I'm inclined to believe something I heard that perhaps this young lady parents are very strict. I don't want to do no conspiracies or nothing like that, but something is not right. So they said this young lady, she's 21 years old, going to college, but she lives with the mom and dad. Now, I don't want to be quick to judge, but if something was to happen to my child, I think my emotions would be shown a little different than what the fathers were. The fathers wasn't shown like he was emotionally upset or he was really worried. Now, the mother, she shedded a couple of tears. Again, I didn't feel in my spirit that it was legit. For some reason, in the back of my mind, I thought, hey, something's not right. They know what's going on here, but they're putting it out here like that. And so they had a GoFundMe. So some say it was a money scam. Do I think it was a money scam? I don't know, because they made over $60,000. And an anonymous donor gave them $20,000 off the rip. So the mother has a good job. I think she works for Keller Williams. So she's a realtor, and she could be a realtor that does well in real estate. And the father is the vice president of something. So it seemed like they are a well-rounded family. They have money. So I said, well, I don't think it's for the GoFundMe, but why would they have a GoFundMe? But they didn't request to GoFundMe. Supposedly someone else set it up, and people can set up GoFundMe's in your name or on your behalf. And so I just was not something. Let me tell you something. My spirit did not lock with that story. And so I get up this morning because I'm up late, and then I have my grandson. Y'all know my little grandbaby, he run around. So I got up and I stayed up late to try to prep for this. I tried to see what people were seeing. And if people say something enough, you begin to believe it. And photos could be very manipulative and make you think you see something. So I said, well, if they say she's 5'5", that shadow in the background looked like that's of a taller person. And then I said, from another clip that I saw, I watched Down the Rabbit Hole, and another clip I saw, I said, wow, it does look like both doors open. So that led me to believe that two people was in the car. Well, while one live was going on that I was watching, supposedly they was getting information saying that she had been found. So thank God she's been found. But what really happened? We can't jump to conclusions. Was it a scam? Was she really abducted and somebody just saw, you know, the news media, the social media outlets and stuff like that, and decided, hey, to let her loose? Or is she really in some type of trouble? Because I also overheard that she had went to the police days prior or the day before for some other reason. Are they connected? What really happened? I don't know what happened, and I don't want to judge. Now, when I heard this part of the story, I begin to believe that. I believe perhaps I heard that over at Ratchet's. Hey, Missy. Hey, Kimberly. Um, is it possible she was in a relationship with her boyfriend, but somehow had another relationship with a man younger than her? And allegedly she may be pregnant, didn't know how to confront her family. If they are strict family, she probably didn't know how to confront them. And whether she's 21 or not, she still live at home with her parents, so they still have some say so. Is that possible? Yes, that's possible. Is it possible perhaps this 17-year-old kid held her hostage for some reason or another? Or they were afraid and they went to the Red Roof Inn. That's where they said they had her. Um, they said carloads of people or family members went there to get her, but she was at the other Red Roof Inn. So I don't know what to believe, but I do believe that there's a lie. There's a lie laying in this somewhere, lying in this somewhere. I don't know how, but I don't believe that perhaps this young girl was apprehended, abducted by somebody that she don't know. And then the phone calls was a little strange to me. 911 never hangs up on me. And I've called 911 several times for different things, and they never hang up on me. The operator stays on the line until the police reaches you. So how did 911 hang up on her? See what I mean? There's a lot of missing pieces to this, and we may never know the truth. But just Andrea was sending me some clips, about it and stuff. And I told her I was trying to research it because when come on here, I do want to know something about what I'm talking about. I don't always have it all. Y'all know I don't do all that research, and I'm real honest with you. I don't do a bunch of research. Hey, there goes just Andrea. But I was like, something is not right with this story. Whenever my spirit doesn't lock with something, that means it's not right. So I didn't feel like this girl had saw a baby and pulled over on the road. That highway was too heavily traveled for anyone else not to see this baby. And so when they shot the clip of the highway, and you know how they have the cameras all around the highway, the street lights, and all around your city and states and stuff like that, I saw her with her blinkers on pulling over, and she was slowing down. And I can't imagine in the dark like that, how did she see a baby? A baby which appeared to be a 3 or 4 year old toddler with diapers on. Now, I would hope that a 4 year old doesn't have diapers on or pull ups, else something may be wrong with them if they still wearing diapers at that age. You know what I'm saying? So, how did she see all this? Then here's another narrative that an AI created the whole story for her and this supposedly young baby daddy. Now, we don't know that. A lot of times people get on here and they start spinning narratives. And then some people could tell a story so good. We know people over here tell stories so good that you begin to believe it. Like I said, I watched several clips. Some people had circle shadows of someone tall or which appeared to be a tall person. Then they had it where both doors open to make you believe that two people was in the car. So I don't know what happened, you guys. I just believe that it was a fake play. It was a play. And we know that in real life and in the virtual world, people do plays. I think it was some play of a sort. And like I said, I'm inclined to believe perhaps she may be pregnant and afraid to tell her parents, because I don't know why they would take her to UAB hospital. So there's no recordings of the hospital. There's no records of the hospital. We know HIPAA do come into place that you can't tell who's at a hospital. So too much of that wouldn't get out. But you would think that you couldn't see anything on those videos. You would think that we would hear something if she was at UAB hospital, knowing that people were looking for her. Somebody would have had something. But again, I don't know. I couldn't see too much in those videos. At one time, my mind played tricks on me and said, yeah, I do see some. Oh, yeah, they are tall in there. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, it looked like both doors open. I don't know. People manipulate photos, so it's hard for us to really believe in what we see. Back in the day, they had a saying, believe what little of what you see and none of what you hear. And so I believe little of what I just saw because I couldn't really make it out. I wasn't there. And how could you make out all that in the dark? And then it appeared like it was two cars there. Somebody had a video where they say they saw a car with its lights out. Someone would have seen some of that though. So I don't know where this fabricated story come from, that a light-skinned guy in the gray car had got in her car, took her from. I don't know where a lot of this stuff comes from, but I guess narratives be spun and people believe them. So what exactly is going on? Yes. Okay. Yes. And see, we're never present at the incident. And that's why I'm saying I'm not there. I don't know these people. I haven't spoke to these people. So a lot of this stuff just be hearsay and gossip, you know? But I don't like to spread false narratives, especially about missing, exploited, or murdered Black women. Women of color, period. Women, period. I don't like to spread false narratives because that's serious. And Andrea asked me to do something on, missing women of color. And I used to do it before. And like I said, it's so many cases of missing and murdered Black women that it's hard for me to keep up with my work schedule. Now, if I had a team, I go over to Ratchet TV and he has a team. He's a pretty big YouTuber. He's pretty big. Now, some of what he say, I don't know. Everything is not a conspiracy, but sometimes he really gets to the nitty gritty of things. And I think because he has a team working with him, once you get a lot of subs, you don't know what background those subs have, where they work at, and maybe they are passing you information, to help your show out or to help you out. So I don't know. I don't have that over here. So I only go on with what I research or what the people in my chat say. And thank you for joining me today. Please make sure you hit the like. I'm not trying to take your job, Queen Diva. So it's hard for me to say, but if this was a fluke, a fake, or whatever, that will add on top of why people are not concerned or why they don't care when women of color is missing, why we don't get the news the coverage that we need. Something like this will definitely add to it. But like I said, I don't really know what it's about. I can't call it. Hopefully, the young lady will make a statement. Her boyfriend wrote this big statement and said she had gone through, basically, me putting it in words, she's gone through a lot in the last 48 hours, and it's a blessing that she's home. And so they'll go from there. And thanks for the prayer and the support. Now, what has she gone through in 2 days? Could she have been abducted? She could have been abducted. We don't know because she hasn't come out and spoken about anything. And will she? Will the police even move this further and let the public know really what happened? That perhaps it was a fraudulent case of abduction. We don't know. Is she pregnant? Is she afraid of her parents? I was speaking to my daughter, and my daughter would say, Mom, well, she's 21 years old. Why would she be afraid of her parents, to tell her parents she's pregnant? For a lot of reasons. Depending on the relationship you and your parents have, you still have a level of respect for your parents, and you could have a level of fear or disappointment. So it's not too far fetched that probably she may be pregnant allegedly and didn't want her parents to know that it wasn't probably perhaps by her boyfriend, but by a gentleman of a younger age, because she's 21 and supposedly, allegedly, the young man is 17. That's not big difference. In some places 17 is considered grown, not in the United States. But will she get in trouble if she is pregnant by a 17-year-old? What will happen? Oh, she's 25. Okay, 25 years old, I can't see being fearful. You know, that's true too, but then again, you never know, Doreen. You never know parents. Probably she's going to school to be a nurse, and if she bring a child in the house, they may put her out. So we don't know. We don't know her family dynamics. Everybody's not welcome of their children having babies out of wedlock. That's not welcome in some homes. So we don't know. She could be afraid of her parents. Now, like I said, something is really weird about the story. It don't sit well with me, but I'm not gonna rush to judgment. I wish that they would let the public know exactly what went on. And it's strange when I heard the call over at Ratchet's, because I watched him this morning and I heard the police call. They weren't concerned at all. And maybe they weren't concerned at all, not because she was a minority woman, but perhaps because they know that was not feasible. No, not feasible. Maybe they knew that that wasn't true, that no baby was on side of the road, because like I said, they said the police travels that road heavily, so they would have seen something, but they seem really nonchalant about it. Did they know something that we didn't know? Because they don't release everything. They investigate, and that's what they're supposed to do. They're not supposed to rush to the public and let them know everything. So perhaps they were investigating and knew that that didn't take place and just didn't let the public know. Let us just run rampant with the narratives and stuff. I don't know. It sounded over the top when they said a baby was on the freeway and no one else seen the baby. Yeah, that's why I believe too, Kimberly. I didn't believe it. Ain't no way a baby was on that busy highway and you just happen to spot the baby a mile away and you pull over. And 911 hangs up on you. 911 don't do that. Even if you hang up, 911 calls you back. Mm-hmm. They will call you back and say, this 911, is everything okay? And da 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 da. I have hit 911 on my phone by mistake and they have called me back. I hung up and they called me back. So I didn't believe that when they said 911 had hung up on them. So something else is going on with that young lady, but thank God she's found alive. And I hope it wasn't a hoax, because you should not do that, especially a missing Black woman shouldn't do it. I don't give a damn what's going on. You shouldn't pretend like someone abducted you, because that can really happen, and it happens. And unfortunately, some of the women are not found alive. Right? We done had a lot of cases where the women aren't found alive. So hopefully she didn't do that. But I did. I had got myself all geared up to do this story because, like I said, it wasn't sitting right in my spirit. And then I wake up this morning and they say she's found. So, and I stayed up a long time editing that stuff. I ain't the fastest editor in the world. So, but that's all I kind of really wanted to talk about. Thank God she's found. Just Andrea, thank you. Too many discrepancies. Kimberly, I thought that too. Let me see. There you go. See, when Doreen say that perhaps 25 years old, you don't think she's scared of her mother. Kimberly hit it on the head. Sometimes you have expectations in your kids, and when they don't meet your expectations, you're disappointed, and they feel as though they disappointed you. And her feeling she had to let them down. That's what I'm thinking happened. And we may never hear. Now, what happened to the GoFund money? What happens to the GoFund money? So, GoFund, the knowledge I have about it works two ways. They can pull the money back. Somebody could immediately take it out. They said they have reached over $60,000, so they can take it, withdraw it immediately, which I don't think happened in 48 hours. But they can also freeze the GoFundMe, and I think they could refund the money. Then I heard on Ratchet TV that someone anonymous made a $25,000 donation, or 20 to 25,000. Now listen, we just found out from something happening to Tisa that whether you do anonymous or not, you can be revealed who you are. Whether you give anonymous or not, they can somehow, people could find out who you are. So I don't know if he found out who the person was, but he had some stuff, and I like Ratchet. I watch Ratchet, but I think sometimes Ratchet creates his own stories as well. He's real good at it. He's real good at it. Trust and believe. He'll make you believe some shit, you know, and you'll run along with the conspiracies. But then again, like I said, he had people who sent him information, and supposedly he had some people from Alabama that knew her and said that she was not missing while he was doing the live. So I don't know. Where is to see, Kimberly, that's another thing too. TMZ is always on something. Now I don't know why, but TMZ is always the first to get there, and I haven't heard anything. Now I heard some news feeds, I heard some news saying that she was found and stuff like that, but I didn't even bother to download that because I think all of you would know by now, you know. Yeah, I was just trying to hear different perspectives, Doreen. And like I said, some people had it where people were seeing two people get out the car. They were seeing the dark, a car with no lights pulling up, snatching it. They were seeing all kinds of shit. They were seeing babies. I don't know. I didn't see all that. But I did think that it was weird, Kimberly, when Ratchet showed that Caucasian woman just a couple of minutes, 20 minutes away from that particular area where this all had taken place, ring on the ring camera with a baby in a stroller ringing a woman's doorbell, and the woman neglected to open the door because of just what had happened with Carlee. Did you see that, Kimberly? Did you see that? So he showed a clip of a woman who posted another Caucasian woman with a baby in a stroller on her ring camera, ringing her bell, and she did not open the door. And I don't blame her. You guys, this may sound horrible coming out of my mouth of all people, but if I see somebody on the highway, I just have to pray for them and call 911. I'm not stopping for anyone. And unfortunately, the world is like that now. It makes you afraid to even help people. I remember back in the day, if a man would see another man calling a woman's name or beating on it, they would step in and beat his ass. They let it go now, and they just video record it. So we don't even have that level of respect and care anymore for each other. So unfortunately, I'm not stopping. Because they do have that. They do have that scam going on where they will set up babies and children and old people and everything. They will set you up, and then something happened to you. They'll snatch you up, and most likely you over in Traffic City somewhere in another country, another state. So unfortunately, we can't help people. We can't take the little flyer that they have on the window. We can't touch the door with the tissue in it. We have to look underneath our cars when we go. It's unfortunate. So nobody wants to help, not because deep in their heart they don't want to help, but simply because they're afraid. I'm afraid to help because what might happen to me. And that's a sad thing, because who would think a little baby would be on a highway and you wouldn't stop? But I didn't believe the story from the beginning. I just have to tell y'all, I made that thumbnail last night and I said, something just ain't right. Something ain't right. That this highway was this busy and she was the only one spotted this baby and stopped. Several cars to me would have stopped. White folk ain't scared. They'll stop. And if the police heavily traveled, the police would have saw that. So let's see. You didn't see the ring one. Did you see it, Kimberly, when Ratchet showed that? I watched a little of Ratchet and then I fell asleep. But did you see where he showed the lady on the ring camera and she had a little baby in the stroller? You could see the baby in the stroller behind her, but it was a Caucasian woman ringing her bell. You just can't trust it anymore. You just can't. Yeah. The Good Samaritan law is definitely out the window, and that's pretty sad. Have anybody noticed TMZ never mentioned Jamie Foxx? Yeah, too, Diva. They mentioned him, but that Jamie Foxx thing too. We'll switch to that in a few minutes. But unfortunately for us, if we see someone stranded, call 911 and pray that they are helped by 911, by law enforcement or someone else. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe because we are um like the number one people to be snatched up and trafficked. Traffic ticket. You know I can't say that word. Don't mess with me. Traffic it. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we are the number one. It's something about the melanin that they like. So they would snatch us up quick and traffic us, off to someone. And unfortunately, people buy people. They need us for organs. They need us to be SCX slaves and everything. So now let's switch over to this Jamie Foxx things because this AI thing is getting to me. And Jamie Foxx. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that was Jamie Foxx who just happened to stop and these women had their camera up and helped them get their purse and then he just gets back in the car? He don't take no pictures with them. Most times celebrities will take a picture with you if they come that close to hand you your purse. Do y'all believe that was him in the bowling alley? Do you believe that is Jamie Foxx, period? Now, I asked someone about clone. I'm kind of iffy on believing in cloning now. I know years ago they tried to clone a lamb, a cow, or somebody years ago. I don't know. So I'm not too sure in the conspiracy of cloning, but what I do know is that's not Jamie Foxx. That's not Jamie Foxx. It doesn't even appear to be Jamie Foxx. And when you have a stroke like that, especially at his age, it's a long time to recover. I don't care what type of doctors you have. It takes a long the stroke that they explained to us and they told us about, and I'm still gonna say this, it takes a long time to recover. Only young people are really resilient like that. They bounce back. Older people, it takes time. So the sheep, thank you, Kimberly. I love when y'all in here helping me because y'all know Miss TB forgetting sometimes. But yeah, the sheep. So I do believe in cloning, but to clone humans now, I don't know. It's so much stuff wicked going on that I don't know if they have cloned a full human being. Is Jamie a clone? I don't know, but I know that's not Jamie Foxx. I don't know where Jamie Foxx is. Hey, Keisha, baby, long time no see. But that ain't Jamie Foxx, y'all. No. The body statue wasn't like Jamie Foxx. Now he has a body double, I think, that finished up his movie, but he doesn't look really, really like Jamie Foxx to the T. But this person supposedly is Jamie Foxx on this yacht or whatever now, and TMZ just happened to catch that. Yeah, TMZ caught that. Him being on this ship. I mean, this yacht. Him getting the pocketbook for the ladies. They just happen to have their cameras out to take a picture. It's like, come on, y'all, with the bullshit. We're not that green. Now, some of us may be green, but not that green to the extent we believe everything we see. Now we believe a lot because that's the purpose of it, for you to make us believe it. So yeah, there's a lot that goes on, in cinematography, videography, and it all is a lot to make you believe you seeing what they want you to see, but that's not him. Absolutely not. That's a clone, and they've been doing it for years. Jamie's gone. I don't believe Jamie is around. I really don't believe he's around. Now, when it comes to the clone part, I want to believe something happened to him, and perhaps they are going to clone him or let him out shortly. But that wasn't Jamie Foxx who stopped to help those ladies. And that was staged. You definitely know that was staged. They just riding down the street in one of those, and all of a sudden, Jamie Foxx come out of the car from nowhere and pick up their purse, and then he just jumps back in the car. Nope, we're not that stupid. We're not that stupid, y'all. Now, is it a clone? It could be, Keisha. I don't know what to believe. They just told us about UFOs, and I've known about UFOs for years because I told you my ex was in the military, and I do know about Area 51 and all that. So, and yes, that is true. So we've been dealing with aliens for a long, long time, you guys, But this cloning thing, I don't know. Yes, Keisha. Yes. I believe, I said this before. I don't know if you was in here, but I believe that TMZ are handlers of some of these celebrities. Yeah, I do believe that. That's why they always first to know something, because you call them or they there handling them. Make sure they don't say or do the wrong thing, you know. So that's why they always on the spot. That's why I know this ain't no Jamie Foxx. They staged that whole thing. And I bet if someone got a hold to those women was actresses. They probably know they ain't seen no damn Jamie Foxx. And they take the clip so fast you can't even really look good at them. You only get a good side view of them or a back view. Like in the bowling alley, you only saw the back of his head really and the side. Now that could be true, Kimberly. And they just throwing all this stuff out. But he could still be in recovery, doing rehabilitation. And that is true. Okay. You're right. You're right on that. You're right in that perspective. And we feel entitled. And we feel entitled because, Kimberly, those people make us a part of their lives every day. So yeah, we are concerned and want to know what's going on with him. Now, he shouldn't come out till he fully rehabilitated. But for them to do all this other bullshit is not fair too, to people who's genuinely concerned about them. Not that you feel entitled, they make you a part of their lives. They're a part of our lives because we watched them for so many years. And if something happened to them, we do be concerned. Not just nosy, we're nosy as well, but we're concerned too. What happened to our Jamie Foxx? Is he gonna come out singing like he used to? Because he had one hell of a voice. Is he gonna act again? Or he's just gonna ride off into the sunset and take care of himself? Hold on, you guys. It gets hot with these lights on. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be as clear, you guys. I had to dim the lights. It's hot. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we would like to know what's going on. You put it out here, so now we want to know, Kimberly. That's the nosy side of us too, and the caring side of us. We hope they didn't do anything to Jamie Foxx. We hope that he's doing well. You know, so I don't know, but that's not Jamie Foxx. Hopefully, Kimberly has it right. He's Steve. He's now this I just don't believe. Now that one, yeah, I'm not too inclined to believe. I was against that. I fought hard not to do that, but because of the business that I'm in, I had to do it. But I fought hard not to do that. Now I don't know if that's what it was, or someone really gave him something bad. We never know. They tell us anything. They want us to believe anything. But it's strange that he doesn't have a PR person even coming out telling us that a little snippet of something that he's doing well, he's recovering, that the public will want to hear. Hey, he's doing well, he's recovering, and when he gets well, he'll make a public announcement or something. All this other shit they doing make us believe that something has happened to him. That's just it. That's just it. That's just all. You believe something happened to him because they doing too many junkie stunts. Yeah, they doing too many junkie stunts. But anywho, I only stand for an hour. I'll drop the link and invite you all. See if somebody want to come on and give me a take on this. This is all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about any other stuff. I'm just talking about this. And then we said we was going to talk about the Sukihana thing, and I forgot to get the clip on that, Andrea. Please forgive me. I'll get the clip on that. We'll talk about a woman, what a woman will do, what a mother will do for her children. Because you do a lot. You will do a lot, to sustain your children's, lifestyle. Period. No matter how it is, to take care of your kids. But some things I won't do. It is sinister. It is really weird. So I don't know. I don't believe that Ice Cube. And then when we talk about AI, right? I told you I've seen some people do some writing projects with AI. Never seen them do anything like to try to duplicate a human or a voiceover of another celebrity or something. I've never seen them do that, but I've seen them write some shit with AI. Just ask AI question and it brought up a whole business plan and stuff for them and what to put in, and everything. So I know AI is powerful, but we have to be careful with AI because we don't know exactly, is that for us or against us? Is it setting us up for something else? Because if you could duplicate my voice and then you duplicate my anatomy and fizz out my anatomy and stuff, then that could be dangerous to us. It could be very dangerous to us. So I don't know how far this AI is going to go, but I have seen people use it and it worked very well for them. It's very scary. Life is scary now, and that's the sad thing about it. Life is very scary now. You always have to be leery of something. But I've always had this, as far as I can remember, if something or somebody doesn't sit well in my spirit, it's not right. Now, I may not know that particular day or time why I don't lock spirits with whatever's going on, but my spirit leads me to a lot of things, that's right and not right. And I just didn't believe this girl's story was right. I don't believe this Jamie Foxx story is right. But that's just me. That's just me. So, child, drugs, sex, drama, lots, and conspiracies, all are distractions from your government. Kimberly, you better say that. You better say that. Now, with this story, it took our mind off of Jamie Foxx. Now, just even with me, I went to talk about this Carlee story, right? Diva brings me back to Jamie Foxx. All this stuff is happening is taking our minds off of what's really happening with the government. They're doing something, but they keep us distracted through this way. And I was thinking last night, I was laying down and I was thinking, I said, people study you and they study you for a reason. They study you to know you, and getting to know you, they know things you like, things you don't like, things they could do to you, things that trigger you, things that make you go, or whatever. And I said, they've been studying Black folks for a long, long time, even back in slavery. They knew exactly what to do to us to trigger us, to trigger our men. They knew what to do, and they studied us. And the more they study us, the more they get involved in our lives and do certain things to make us, I want to say, because I want to make sure I know I'm saying the right thing, but I want to make sure I put it right. They do things to make us hate each other and to hate ourselves. That's where I'm going with this at. They definitely know how to manipulate us, to hate ourselves and to hate each other, because they've been studying us for a long time. We talked about this in my last live, how I didn't know what putting on a Ritz, what that song meant, but you would see people singing to, and they said they used to get up and they used to get dressed on Fridays just to go down to different clubs to watch Black people dress all fancy and dance. So we always have been like show ponies for them, show horses. You remember the circus where they used to have the Black woman with the super, super big butt and different things. They always have seen us as lesser people and as animal like people. And so, even with this social media world, they know exactly what to do to us, to trigger us, or to make us continue to destroy each other. It doesn't take much to learn us, and they've been studying us for years. Don Play in New Amsterdam, we trust. Well, hello, how are you? So, okay, thank you, Ray. Ray, it's so good to see you and Doreen. Doreen, I spoke to you the other day. Yeah, they intrigued by us. But not only that, there's a destruction. They want to make sure that we continue to destroy ourselves and they destroy us. It's less for them because we destroy ourselves in many ways. It is so many cases, like I said, of missing, exploited, and murdered Black women. So many cases. I mean, you could cover at least 10 of them a day, and that's pretty sad. And so we're destroying ourselves so they don't have to do the job. So they make sure they study us and give us just enough of what we want or what they think we need to continue to go and destroy each other. And that's because they're trying to destroy a race of people. And we're the lucky tokens, right? No, we're the lucky people. They trying to destroy us. And so the more you kind of do away with women, imprisonate men, or different things go on, then it's less likely we can reproduce and become a force to be reckoned with because they're afraid of us. You know how they always say they're afraid of us. So the system is designed to do that. If our men, and this don't mean just us, is in other races too. But again, you guys, I talk about my race because I'm a black woman. And not all white people are bad. Not all Asian people are bad. Not Africans, not black people. Not all are bad. I'm just saying they have studied us and know exactly what to do to help us destroy each other. They put us in our community, certain communities. They don't give you certain things, but they put certain things in your community. A liquor store or two is on every corner. On every corner. Not in some other areas, you won't find a liquor store. You might find a wine and spirit, which is the same, maybe 10 miles apart, 10 or 20 miles apart. Not on every corner. You find them on every corner. And the drugs just come in flowing heavily. The guns come in heavily. All those things are to destroy us. And if you destroy enough of our men, then we can't procreate. Because I don't give a damn what no one say. And don't take this wrong. 2 men can't have no baby. 2 women can't have no baby. Now they make it look like that because they go and get sperm from a man or a sperm bank, but 2 together they can't have no children. So if you destroy enough of us, then we won't procreate and we won't become a strong force to survive. You know what I mean? We'll be a force to reckon with. If we put our minds together, our talents, and if we don't have a crab in the barrel mentality, and we really merge together, we'd be a hell of a force. And they know that. They know that. So that's why they help us and aid us to destroy each other. So they don't have to do too much. See, and bring attention to them doing just getting rid of us for no reason, unaliving us for no reason, like shooting us a million times for no reason because you were scared. All that stuff they don't have to do it because they training us to take each other out. That's a fact. It's genocide. You're right. It's genocide. Another form of genocide. And so we can't procreate. And that's exactly what we was made for. One of the reasons is to procreate. We'll never do that if we continue to destroy each other. Right? I'm sorry I missed you speaking. I put the phone down. Okay, baby. Yep, I spoke to you because I hadn't seen you. They want our melon. They listen to our music and want to dress like us, but you don't like us. That's a good point. And dance. But yeah, they could see, so they sit back and study us and they study what to give us, what to do. And this is a form of it, social media. That's a form of it. And I remember when I was in college years ago, I was doing a paper on how social media would affect us, the internet. How would it affect us? It was a double-edged sword. So I had to do the pros and the cons. And I would have never thought that it would develop into this. But that's how powerful it was. And they knew it was going to be powerful. And they used television and social media to influence us. I mean, it is what it is. We all are a part of it. So a lot of times, like I said, they sit back and study us and they know exactly what to do. And so, the 1 or 2 babies a family have back in the day, remember they used to have 10 and 12 and 15 kids. You remember, I know you have an aunt or your grandma, somebody had all those kids. Hold on. Had all those kids. Hold on, somebody send me something. So that's what I'm talking about. We don't procreate like that anymore. And because they knew we was going to be powerful and strong. So they were scared. So, but anywho, my hour's almost up. I don't stay long. I dropped the link to see if anybody wanted to join me. And I didn't know one joined me. So So, but anywho, I was watching a couple of content creators, newer content creators, up and coming content creators in this area and somewhere else. I was just looking for some new content creators, and they have some upcoming content creators that have really content. You guys check them out, and they come from over here, some over here as well. When you get a minute, check out some of the other content creators. We already have big content creators over here, and we still support them, but there's other ones that need support. Now, I'm going to give Jay Dunn kudos today. What you call a kudos, high five. Jay Dunn was doing a live this morning. Kimberly was in it. She was doing a live. And I don't know what happened with her and Mr. Carruthers. While Jay Dunn was on, I was driving to the store. I was going to the store, but I was listening. And Sassy and them was up on her platform, and Deanna Irvin, and they was saying what happened, and they must have been talking about it. And so I got bits and pieces. Something happened with her and Mr. Carruthers. Mr. Carruthers went live. He went live, and Jay Dunn, Deanna made it known that Mr. Carruthers or somebody down in there in her chat let her know that Mr. Carruthers was live. And I want to give her high five and air high fives, love, and kudos, because she stopped her live and went over to Mr. Carruthers. But in the midst of that, she took the crowd over there. So he had a good turnout today, where I'm sure he wouldn't have, because you have popular YouTubers over in this area that they run lives for a long time, and most people are over there because it's the mess. So I really like that about Jay Dunn. So JD, if you hear that, kudos to you, baby. You stopped your live to go over there, and the crowd followed you. And when I looked, Mr. Williams had like 221 people, and that's a large crowd for him. And I don't know what took place on it because I couldn't watch it. I just know that she stopped her live and went over to join him, and so did the people. And I thought that was pretty cool, because that's what it takes sometimes. It takes other people who has a larger crowd to go over and help some of these newer YouTubers out, because they have good content. They just don't have the crowd. And maybe some of them don't want the crowd. Like I like when I'm intimate with my 25, 30 people. It's an intimate setting for me. It works for me. Yes, I like a crowd too. If somebody came over here and I saw it and we all was engaging and stuff like that. But the intimate setting works for me as well. So I thought that was pretty cool over her. She went, yep. High five, Jay Dunn. Now, with that being said, I'm going to drop this link once. Again, thank you, Andrea, for sending me the clips. We were behind the scenes, what they call behind the scenes, and she was sending me channels to watch and other content that I could do as far as missing and exploited and murdered Black women. I wonder why is that? Do that ever make you think why is so much of that is happening? I don't know why so many men are taking out their wives and their children. I don't know. I wonder whatever happened to the girl Keisha, who took out her husband when I did that video, who unalived her husband on Facebook. I wonder whatever happened to her. What's the update on her? We don't never hear updates, really. I wonder if she been to trial yet, or it'll take some time. And what, did she get time, or did she get off? Anybody heard about her? The Browns. I think Keisha and somebody Brown. It don't take me long to forget shit. You know the story I did with the girl and her husband. So, all right, you guys, thank you for joining me. I think I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I don't have anything to say. I just wanted to come on and tell y'all something is not right about this story. And I hope you all follow it. Now, Ratchet TV, he'll be on tonight, and I'll try to catch a little of him and see because he said he had a lot that he could say, because people from Birmingham, Alabama, who knows him, or Hoover, Alabama, who knows him, who knows the girl, gave him information. So we have to watch that tonight, but he's pretty good. Cocky sometime and think that he's, that I try to overlook that. I don't watch him as much as I used to, because I used to be really into him when he was doing the Offset thing. But then I kind of backed off because when people talk so arrogant and they talk as if they're always the big shit, it kind of bothers me some. Even though you should brag yourself up and feel good about yourself and you should be confident in yourself, too much bragging makes me think you're not humble. And I don't like that. Humiliation to me is everything, you know? So, all right, you guys, I'm about to get out here. I appreciate you joining me. I shall be back in 2 days, 2 or 3 days. I'm going to try to cover the Sukihana thing. I like to have a serious adult conversation. I like to invite some women to the panel to talk about that. Women that who have children and perhaps have raised children on their own. What would you do to take care of your children? Ratchet was caught sending messages to himself with these. What? Now, see, I don't know who this. I don't know who this person is. I don't even know how they would get over here. He was caught sending messages to himself with these cases. That's what I say, you guys. We can't believe everything we see or hear. And it looks good to the eye. You know, somebody messaging you, the receipt books and all that. But then again, we don't know. We have to be careful because people manipulate a lot of things to make us believe it. You know? So this lady from nowhere said Ratchet TV was caught sending messages to himself. He's a fraud. You know, let me tell you something. Does not mean he's a fraud. So I don't know. And perhaps that's what you believe he's a fraud. I don't know if he's fraud. I believe he's an entertainer as well, and he's a storyteller. You know, you have to hold your people's interest. And so he's a storyteller. So I'm sure some of it is some of his put together stuff for his show. But again, I think he has a good show. And I believe some of the stuff, but I don't believe it all. I don't. I don't believe it all. Trust and believe. I'm not green. Now, some of that shit, I'll be like, okay, Ratchet, you know, all these people, they just keep dropping all the stuff. And people, oh, they was in my DM, they was on my IG. How would we know? And we've seen over here where people have composed emails and text messages to themselves. They've taught us well over here. We seen that right over here, girl, in this sector. We ain't even got to go to Ratchets. We seen a lot of that happen over here. So I'm sure you can do that too. I'm just not that savvy and I just don't care that much to come on here and lie. I'll tell you in a minute. Hey, listen, y'all help me out. I don't know too much about it. This is what I heard. This is the little bit I saw. And I have people in my chat who also help me in the conversation because they know. I've been around. I'm from a beef sector and I went to the Mo 3. Oh, okay. Okay, I've been around. I'm from the beef sector. It's strange. I just never seen you, Blue Skies. I don't remember, but I'm sure you've been around. I don't. How did you find my channel? That's what I like to know because I'm in the beef sector, but I don't beef. I don't carry that much drama. I have 21 people here. How did you find me of all these people? But welcome. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And input is always welcome over here. I just say we do it in a respectful way. And if you think that about him, maybe you've been around and seen some stuff. Like I said, sometimes he's too braggadocious for me and it kind of turned me off. But I did follow him with the Offset thing and the Prince and, the Prince family thing. I did follow him in that. You know, some of it I believe. Hey, Josh Star, what's happening, baby? What's happening, sugar? I did follow him with that. And I think some of that was true. You know, I think a lot of it. Now I don't know, when it comes to this Jay Prince thing and him, I don't know how these characters just will find you, and I thought that was weird. But again, it was very entertaining. Oh, okay, you've been sub to me. Well, thank you for being a subscriber, baby. I appreciate that. All is welcome. Um, I thought some of that shit was weird, like when different people will pop up on his platform and they knew all about the family, but they were scared. The girl who was scared to talk, but she was running her mouth like water about this family, but they had done something to her. She was so scared. I thought that was weird. And I think it's weird too how people disrespect the subs. They don't really value their subs. I have a hard time being a content creator, whether I have 1 million subscribers or 1,000. I still respect them enough not to just kick them off the platform and talk shit to them and disregard what they say. No one is ever 100% right. I'm never 100% right. I'm never 100% wrong. My opinion and my perspective is just that is mine. It's no one else. It belongs to me. You may not respect it, you might not believe it, or whatever. But when you start kicking people off your platform and disrespecting people, people who has been rocking with you for a while, I find you to be very selfish. I find you to be selfish. And I also say that when you treat people like that and you kick them off for whatever reason and you disrespect them, I say you didn't never value your subscribers. You don't think shit of your subscribers. They just there to make you money. You don't really have no mutual respect for them. Not when you do that. I've seen him do several people like that, you know? And some people hung with him and some left. And those people on the platform who had been with him for a while, how the hell y'all gonna say somebody was a spy or somebody was, a mole or somebody was, how do you really know some things like that? And so you just have the whole chat jump on them, and people just come up on the panel and start cussing them out, and you just sitting back taking it after somebody been riding with you like for a year or two. Now all of a sudden you are convinced that those people ain't shit, and you gonna let people dog them out. I don't like stuff like that. That's not how you treat people, because if it wasn't for your subscribers, none of us would be able to turn on a live, because they make us. And what I mean by that is the reason that I'm here is because I have people who believe in what I'm saying, who like my commentary, who like me for whatever reason. You don't do people like that. And I've seen him do people like that. And even I was on his platform one time, and he allowed the girl who's no longer with him, because somehow they fell out, she was a mole or something. He allowed her just to talk to me any kind of way, and I'm not a panel person, so it's hard for me to respond, because I'm not into jumping on panels. You don't see me on panels, and if you do, I'm very awkward. I don't fit in, so I don't jump on people's panels. But he would allow her, what's her name, he allowed her to disrespect me. Her and the other guy was just throwing, questions at me. And I'm like, come on, who the fuck are y'all really? But hear me out. But if it's not what fits in their box, they don't want to hear you. And I don't like people like that. I want you to disagree with me if you don't believe in what I'm saying. And we can talk about it. Now, don't mean that you're going to agree with me or I'm agree with you, but we go respectfully disagree. And that's it. It was a conversation. But they're not like that. They're not like that. They get so cocky and so big, and people, and the platforms grow so big, to them is big, that they talk shit to you and they disrespect you. And you got fools that still go. I backed off for a long time. Diva would tell you I watch Ratchet every night. When he did that, and the way he talked to that girl and talked to, it was an older lady up there. He had let the panel just disrespect her. I didn't go over there for a long time. For a long time. And I don't go over there religiously every night like I was doing. I caught a little bit of him last night. I used to stay right through the show. I used to chat. Yeah, I done super chat him. I done cashed that him for his birthday and everything. And then you go disrespect me? You ain't got to worry about me. It's a lot of content creators out there saying the same shit you saying, doing the same job you doing. I don't have to take any level of disrespect from anyone, because I don't disrespect people. So I stopped going over there. But he has a good show sometimes. Yep, you did too, Ja Star? Okay. Yeah. I stopped watching them. And Ja, if you know me from over there, I used to drop down. I don't know if you seen me super chat. I've super chatted, cash apped him behind the scene and anything. But yeah, I don't go over there as much, because again, I don't like cocky mofos. I don't like cocky mofos. And I hate to hear somebody talk to their subs any kind of way. I really do. I don't have to support you. I choose to support you. And so when that happens, I just leave. I'm not going to make no big deal about it. I just leave. And so I just left from over there. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you, Miss Doreen. Yes, you did. She know. I used to be over there. And like I said, his show be good sometime, with the receipt folder and all the clips. But I do notice this. I do notice this about him now. He uses a lot of people clips. Most of his show now, from the last 2 weeks, I think I've watched Ratchet several times. A lot of his shows is nothing but video from IG or news or someone else. It's not like he used to do it when he had so-called details about not Offset, about Long Live Offset, not Offset. Was it Offset? Damn, I don't forgot who was it. And Jay Prince and them, when he had, yeah, it ain't Offset. What's the guy's name in Jay Prince? Offset. But anyway, there I go. Shit, my mind be going out the window. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's scary sometimes. But anywho, when he had information, I thought he was doing a good show. When he was, supposedly getting Mo 3. Oh, Mo 3, he did Mo 3 too. Now, I wasn't around when he did Mo 3, Ja, to be honest with you. I didn't know too much about Mo 3. But I do know from time to time, Rain had came over to his platform and they would talk about Mo 3 and then Sin and them, Sin City and them. But I didn't know much about that. I wasn't there when he did Kanika Jenkins. It strictly started with the Jay Prince thing and Alexis Ware. It was the Alexis Ware. And he was doing cases like that. Now I notice he used a lot of people videos. He sure do. And he'll talk over them. It's like a reaction to other people's content. He don't do the receipt folder. He don't do all the texts and stuff like he used to. Yeah, it was Alexis where we was over there. And the Mo 3 sector, they said Ratchet is one of the ones that buying bots. Could be. I don't know. You know what, though? There's a way, Blue Skies, that you can see if a person buy bots. Now, check this out. If they have 1,000 people in their chat, hypothetically, 1,000 people, and you only see 10 people, in the chat, then most likely they're buying bots. Some of them are bots. But his chat goes pretty fast. A lot of those people, and now they are members. And then I went over there too, Ja, and I'm like, damn, now he begging every minute. So I said, Diva, something wrong with me. I must don't beg enough. I said, because this last couple of lives I done watched in places I've gone through, the people are just begging. He's becoming a beggar. And he talks about how much money you have. So I don't know. He's becoming a beggar. Maybe that's the thing. You're supposed to get up here and ask for money. I know people should pay you for your time if they feel like you deliver good content, you had a good show, they pay you. But damn, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's over there begging now. And so I don't know. Yeah, begging is big money. Yeah, begging, I guess so. I've never been one to beg. I guess I just won't make big money that way here because I'm not begging anyone for anything. No, that's just not going to happen for me. Now, I'll come on here and say, hey, listen, I think I did this once, and this one lady gave me like $25 or something. I know who the lady is. But I said, oh, yeah, I'm trying to buy a new camera. I was trying to buy something, a new camera, and she contributed to that. But I'm not coming down here begging. But it seems like the beef sector ain't the only one begging. Other sectors is begging as well. So I don't know. But yeah, they beg. They really beg. They really beg. And I tell you, there's a lot of plays that be ran out here on the social media, on these YouTube streets. It's a lot of plays being ran. I just sit back and watch them. I said, Diva, if I was the type that really wanted to come down here and shake up some shit, it's a lot of plays being ran. And you can see them. You can see them. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. That's what it's about. I said, that's what they do here. They've been doing it for years. Before I even got here, they was doing it. Yeah, there's a lot of plays being ran on people over here. but they like the entertainment. They like the entertainment. So yeah, too many. Yeah, it makes it not real. It makes it not real. And I think that's how I end up going like to visit other sectors. I was like, the same people doing the same thing. All these plays are being ran. You can almost see through them. And not only that, and I'm not talking about just over here. I done been to other places. And I said on top of that, the same people, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's what they do, baby. That's what they do. Well, you guys, I've been on here for an hour. My little diva done went somewhere. Oh, I watched the end of Succession, the end chapter 4. It's a beast. Oh, it was a good one, you guys. I binge watched it and then I finished it up yesterday. And that shit that I mean, when people have power, they could really become snakes. Yeah. Family dynamics, you know. And maybe sometimes parents don't know how they affecting their children, even with the children being siblings. But you have to be very careful when you bring your children up because things you say and do to one child to make one child believe, and then you do something different to the other and the other. But at the end of the day, you kind of build jealousy and hatred for siblings, and that's what happens in this Succession. It's a good show if you guys want to watch it. I ended chapter 4. I mean, yeah, season 4 was the last one. So I don't know if it's gonna come back on, but it was really good. It's like watching a low-rated Tubi movie. Yeah, it's getting you begin to see through this YouTube stuff over here. hmm So I don't know. Diva, I think Diva went off about her business somewhere. I don't know. But you guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out here. I know it's plenty of people that's out there, and if you want the mess, it's still mess out there. I said I was gonna come on regardless. I'm just gonna come on. I know they got this little triangle, this little plan where they block up the airway, the same people and the same, but that is okay. It's okay. I'm still good. You hear Diva? You cooking? Oh, you on the phone? Well, you guys, I'm about to get out here. I got anybody got any good something good I could watch on television? Cause I'm back to watching TV. Miss Tiva, great life. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you, Blue Skies. And I guess we'll be over there watching some of that stuff. You welcome, Jai Star. And I think you followed me or you noticed me from over at Ratchet TVs, right? I think you came from over there. Mm-hmm. I think you came from over there. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of y'all. Whether it's 1 to 10, I'm still gonna come on here and still be Mz.Teavalocity. You guys make sure you be careful out there. Unfortunately, they have made us very afraid to even help each other, to be good citizens. What do they call bystanders or whatever, and to help someone. We can't even do that because so much stuff is going on. I'm interested to see what really happened with this girl. Do you think we'll ever know? Maybe not. Maybe not. But I'm interested to see what happened. Like I said, I want to lean more so towards her being afraid to tell her parents and probably the boyfriend. The boyfriend that she had been with, the older gentleman who made the statement. Maybe she's afraid to let them know that she's pregnant by the younger gentleman, that she was having a relationship. I don't know if she can get in trouble for that, but certainly if this was planned and is fake and they paid money, as far as putting police force out there, an investigation that didn't go that long, then she could get in real trouble. She could get in real trouble and have to pay that money back. I don't know. Well, again, thank you guys. Please make sure you hit the like button. It doesn't take much just to push that button. You know, I can't say to get in the algorithm because I don't come on enough to be in the algorithm. But with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later and be safe and let's get ready to get out of here.